Hi, I'm Helmut from Thailand and I'm happy that you joined in this video. In this video I will explain something about the Thai culture, but not this what you get in any other video that like you have to respect the king or something else. This is no Thai culture in my opinion like this. I never know any country in history that there was it allowed that you disrespect the king. So most Thai culture videos are really about obviously stuff and probably something that is just culture everywhere in the world. I will give you really something useful if you plan to make like holidays in Thailand or move to Thailand, what you really can use in your day-to-day life to get better contact and get better integrated to the Thai culture and to the Thai people. And the very first or the most important normally the most important is at the end. Will tell you in my opinion the really most important thing I ever learned in Thailand about the culture, about how to get involved to the native people here is from a Thai friend in the early beginning 12 years ago when I moved to Thailand. And he taught me that I should always, when I meet some Thai people, when I go to visit somewhere some Thai people, I should always bring some fruits with me, something along, and the best is fruits. And I really thought, and just to make it really a true point, actually I was dating a girl the first time he told me that, and even to like dating a girl he told me, bring some fruits to her. And I was thinking like, I am from Austria in the heart of Europe. If you would date a girl in Austria, a 20-year-old girl, and you bring some apples with you, she would be weird. Really, that would probably destroy the whole conversation because it would make a lot of stuff weird for the people. And here in Thailand, really, I couldn't believe it, the opposite. This has to do, it's not only this fragment, there is like the bigger picture behind. In the Thai culture, there is a lot of that the people care about the other one. And that's also, they ask you questions like, have you already eaten? Have you already showered? The same, in Europe, you ask someone, have you already showered? The people will say, why are you so obtrusive? That's not your business. That's my privacy. Don't ask me like that. But here in Thailand, it's not about the privacy. It's about like, take care of him. Is he being well? Has he eaten enough? Has he showered? Have he access to all this what we need to have a happy life? Something like that. And eating is very important in Thailand. That is, yeah, actually eating is a very cultural important rule in Thailand. So, and to bring something like I said, to bring some fruits along, it really opens the people. Like in Europe, if you go to visit someone, you probably buy a bottle of wine or something. And here in Thailand, it's really, it's magic. I don't tell you a joke or something. It's really, I call it the fruit magic. It opens the heart, it opens the door to get to know the real people here, so to speak. Especially for me as a foreigner, and it's really like in the old days, it's probably not so common that if you meet a girl in Bangkok nowadays who's 20 that you still bring some fruits. I would still do it if I would date a girl in Bangkok nowadays. I would still, even in Bangkok, bring some fruits along, because anyway the people are here mostly very friendly. They are not that judgmental like I am used from the European culture. It has to do with the Buddhism culture. They are, I would say, like in my experience, many times less judgmental than we are in Europe. And so if you do a mistake like this, they will still respect, because the girl, that's why I say I would still do it in Bangkok, because they still know that is their culture. And it also is just looks nice if you as a foreigner do something polite which is actually outdated. Probably a young Thai guy would be probably negative. But if you do something as a foreigner and it's old school, it's very it's the Thai people take it in a very nice and lovely way, and this really is open them up. It's really signaling them that you care about them, and that is really their culture a lot about, like I told you, the questions you ask. And I would recommend you the second to this fruit wonder actually. Also, like when I go to meet people, when I'm invited somewhere to locals, to native Thai people, I always ask them, and even in some cases it's probably not really appropriate that I ask as a foreigner if they have already showered, but that always breaks the ice in some way. It's just like, especially I talk about people, they don't know me yet. You come somewhere, you speak a little bit Thai, and when you really know some rules and something to ask polite, and the people think, oh wow, it means like you care about the culture, because that leads us to the next point, even we have no points. Their culture, and I mean the culture in the way how they live it, is very important to the Thai people. Like the first, just that you get it now, first rule is bring fruits along always when you meet Thai people, and learn like Thai phrases like that. You ask them in Thai, have you already showered, or have you already eaten? Especially, have you already eaten? You can never do anything wrong. People in Europe, in Europe culture, would think it makes no sense. I don't have the courage to ask something like that. But I really tell you, it's a soul opener, I would say, to the Thai people. And what I said, they are very strict with their culture, and that is something. A lot of positive things here, and the people are much more friendly than in Europe. But in one way, in my experience, they are angry in a way, or they can get angry where we in Europe there would be no way to get angry. Like if anyone breaks in Europe our culture rules, a foreigner, especially someone from Asia, where you see this is someone from a foreign country, you wouldn't get angry. Like, let's say you go in the church and someone forget to make his cross. No one would say, how dare this heretic? What is he doing in the church? You know, no one would do that. They would just say, everyone, oh, Asian people, they're not Christians. Of course, no one would feel offended if someone disrespects your culture in some way. In Europe. Here in Thailand, that is it was sometimes quite shocking. As friendly and as you feel like you have all rights, like if you visit the people at home, you can do everything. There's not, like really, you are a guest, you can go there, can open their fridge, take out some drink or make you some coffee without asking them, and it's just normal for most people. Maybe nowadays in Bangkok there are some exceptions, but that is actually quite the rule. Like my castle is your castle. If you're invited somewhere, you can feel at home. The same is the opposite. When you invite some Thai guy, you will probably feel very offended that the guy just walk up to your fridge, open the fridge, take out some bottle and sit down with you and talk like with you as if he would live in your place. Because that's some rule of the culture where I say you have like the feeling you can do everything in some way. When you're at home at the people, you've really, first it's weird because I'm not used like from Europe to have experience like that. But if you disrespect something in the rules of their culture, like before, like I said, like in the church, like in the temple here, if you would like to step on the doorstep while you should step over the doorstep when you go inside the temple, inside some building, and you would step on the threshold, on the doorstep, like I experienced that people got angry, like this would never happen in Europe. Everyone would think, what is this antisocial person? If someone would get angry about some foreigner, don't know the culture, that you just don't step somewhere or do something. And Thai people can get, not everyone, like I would say the majority is still fine. The majority, they will still say, okay, it's not my business, it's their business. They get a bad karma, not me. But I really experienced a lot of time, like most are okay, but there will be all somewhere and you see like in their face how angry they get that you did something wrong in the temple. That's quite weird for me, still weird. I've been living here in Thailand for over 12 years now. That's still weird. Or also like, I think 6 o'clock in the evening and in the morning, it's like when here is the national hymn played somewhere on speakers, even on the countryside in some village or something, and everyone stands still, stop, and it's for honor the king and so on, and the kingdom, the king and the kingdom. So if you don't know that, that happens, especially when I came, like you don't get it sometimes, like all people, they stay still and you just walk, and that was shocking sometimes that people got like angry while you just think, I didn't do anything wrong. I just kept walking because I didn't know what's going on. I didn't know about this kind of music that I have to stay still. So that is something you have to be aware. And what in my opinion is very important to tell you about this, when Thai people get angry, there is no way to solve it than just to apologize and just don't talk anymore about that. Because in Thailand there is, let's say, literally no logic conversation. It's pure emotional conversation. It's like, he disrespected my cultural rule, I'm offended, end of story. There is no logic for apology, how it could be together. That is not how it works here. Just be polite, say sorry, even they're angry, even you know it's because sometimes you're shocked and think that's not the right way. But anyway, here many things not the right way in the positive way also. That is how everywhere in the world. I just want to explain. So that's when if you come here, live here, you can handle it much, much easier. Learn first, like I told you, a little bit of the culture rules so that you don't offend anyone. And then, in my opinion, it really works like magic. It's a soul opener. When you meet Thai people, bring some, it's not even $1 or something, just some fruit, maybe $1. You bring 2 different fruits, some mangoes and some whatever, lychee or something. You bring it to them and you just recognize at that moment, not only that person you hand the fruit, it's like you recognize that all people, they start to see you different. It's not, you're not just like the foreigner there who is coming to visit. You know that that changed something in the connection to you and the people. And one major, really huge difference in the culture to most Western countries is that here is no social security. Especially people from Middle Europe have really problems to understand the culture here in Thailand because they cannot understand it emotionally how it is if you have an accident and if you get old and have some problems that you don't have security about that you don't can afford probably to pay your life. That is just not existing in most European and most Western style countries in the world. And so for that, the people here, they complete the social connection and the how they tied up social is for us, when we don't live in a country like that, really difficult to understand sometimes their behavior, because the family is the social security, and it's not like on a fair base like how the family handle the social security. There is like one in the family who pays for the elderlies and the other one is doing that, and one pay much more than the other one. And it has some rule that like actually the oldest in the family still, that's really still like in ancient time, even in Europe was it like the oldest in the family is like the boss, and it's like telling everyone in the family what someone is even doing a job so that they can support each other. A lot of Westerners feel like, oh, they are like they robbed about personal freedom to choose by themselves, to have their own choice what they would like to work or what they would like to do. But on the other way, in some way, it's especially when I'm very on the countryside, where you really think it's a very nice humanity if people really still take care. Like in Germany, oh, my father's old, let's give him to the elderly house. No one really interested. Or if they die, how much will I inherit from my parents? That's actually how it is in Europe or in Germany. And here it's a completely different style. So I cannot complain. I cannot complain. I cannot explain how the difference is. It's just to be aware when they act really weird for you. Just be aware. They know that's the way how they could survive. Otherwise, they wouldn't survive as groups or as families here. So that's actually something you cannot influence. It's just you have always somewhere in your mind when you are in Thailand that there is something different, that they behave different, that they do different, just because of there is no social security. That's actually the three things I want to give you. I think that is something you will come pretty good along here in Thailand with this advice, like I told you, with this fruit magic, what I explained to you, and this take care to the other people, respect their culture so that you not violate any rules of them, and just be aware there's no social security, and that's why there is a completely different, how the family is tied. I would really say tied up. They really connected on a very primary basis, not like in Europe. So I hope you enjoyed this video and that give you some information. I'm happy to see you in some of the next videos, and I would say servus. And you can give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, then don't do it. Servus.